welcome into the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of Day 2, the Coyote Classic in Shelby, Montana. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We're going to jump right into our starting lineups. We have the Florence Falcon ladies taking on the ladies of Shepherd, the Fillies, as they call them in Shepherd. And we'll start with the Shepherd Fillies. The Fillies are the home team, but I always like to save the best for last, so I always do the team I'm covering last. Number 4, let's jump over here. Number 4, a 5'7" senior, Kylie Kinsey. Number 10, a 5'8" junior, Logan Kern. Number 12, a 5'4" senior, Aubrey Garza. Number 22, a 5'5" sophomore, Lexi Dietz. And number 50, the power in the paint, 5'11", junior, JC Murdoch. Now for your Florence Lady Falcons, number 3, a 5'9" sophomore, Emma Stensrud. Number 23, a 5'2" senior, Jewel Zeiler. Number 24, a 5'10" junior, Riley Mangun. Number 31, a 5'8" junior, McKenna Lyles. And the leader on the team, number 32, a 5'3" junior, Daniela Zahn. Now, yesterday in the coverage, we did have the Florence Lady Falcons open up yesterday as well, and the Lady Falcons would win to go 1-0. So, and then the Shepherd Fillies, they took on the Loyola Breakers, and giving everybody a heart attack for the Loyola fans, I should say, but Loyola would come out on top. So we have a 1-0 team and an 0-1 team going on currently right now. So as we get set to go, the tip, and Murdoch is going to tip it back, but it'll be controlled very quickly by Lyles. To Zahn on the far side. The Falcons, they are going left to right on your screen. Zahn comes to the near side to Stensrud. Stensrud to the top to Zeiler, to Zahn on the far side. Zahn picks up her dribble, comes to the top to Stensrud. Stensrud to the near side to Ziles. To Zahn in the near corner. Zahn will dribble across. Ziles fakes the 3, comes to Lyles in the near corner. To Zeiler, to Zahn on the far side. Zahn will dribble at the top. She's going to go ahead and drive in, gets a screen. Murdoch is there to stop her progression. Fed in, but Murdoch will kick it out, and Dietz will pick it up. Murdoch is the power in the paint for Shepherd at 5'11". Far side now in the hands of Kinsey. Kinsey will get it out to the top to Franzel. Franzel fed in to Murdoch. Murdoch twists, turns off the glass, and it goes in. Murdoch for 2. The Falcons go left to right. Bring it up the court is Zahn from the near side to the far side. Falcons are wearing, the Lady Falcons are wearing their white jerseys with the maroon down the side. Lyles with a baseline jumper, and she'll drop it in. Lyles gets the Falcons on the board, and it's tied at 2 on the Rainbow's End Natural Food Store. Near side in the hands of Kern. Kern gives it off to Kinsey. Kinsey picks up her dribble on the near side. Cross court to Dietz. Dietz with the short jumper. Rattles off, no good. Murdoch's there for the rebound. Off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound. Off the glass. Shot goes in, and Lyles will be called for the foul. So Murdoch will go to the line to shoot 1. They're going to give it to Mangun. Okay, Mangun with the first foul of the game. Murdoch sets to shoot. Off the front of the rim, no good. Stensrud tries to get it, but Kinsey rips it out of her hands. Kinsey on the far side with it now. Sets, comes to Dietz. Dietz wasn't ready, but she gets the catch. Comes to the near side. Franzel feeds into Murdoch, near side, across the paint. Dietz on the far baseline. Nice hand check. Zahn gets her hands on it. It's bounced out and recovered very quickly by Franzel. Franzel now at the top. Near side. Kern, three-point shot. Rattles off, no good. Murdoch is there. But Mangun right behind her to knock it out of bounds, and they'll reset. Underneath the basket is Dietz to inbound. Dietz, far side to Kinsey, fakes left, goes right, bounce pass to the top now. Underneath, poked away, now brought up court by Zahn, left to right. Zahn comes near side to Zeiler, into the corner to Lyles. Lyles will drive the baseline on Murdoch. Murdoch with hands up, backs off. Now at the top, hands it off to Zahn. Zahn at the top. Zahn will go far side to Zeller. Zeller will dribble across the top. Stands at the top now, far side to Zahn. Zahn sets her feet. Dietz is out there, hands up, backs off. Zahn will dribble out of the far side into the far top and settles. Far side now to Stensrud. Stensrud to Zeiler at the top. Near side, Zahn sets her feet, fakes, drives in, gets crashed on. We get a whistle. This one's going to go against Kern. On the floor, so no shots. Zeiler will inbound underneath the Falcon basket. Nice input. Murdoch with the block. Lyles with the shot. 4:58 left in the first quarter, and Shepherd leads 4-2 over Florence. Dietz with it on the far side. Dietz gets it off to the top to Franzel. Now in the hands of Kern. Far side, Kinsey. Back to Franzel at the top. Kern to the near side. Dietz in the near corner. Kern holds it. Back to Dietz in the near corner. Back to Kern, near side. To the top to Franzel. Swings it to Kinsey. Kinsey had the open shot, but Zahn closes very quickly. Dietz with it on the near side now. Back to Kern on the far side. Working it around this 2-3 zone that the Falcons are playing, and Kinsey breaks it. She's got the shot off the rim, no good. Fighting for it. Kern, it goes off of her, and the Florence Falcons will retain. 4:20 left in the opening quarter. It is 4-2. Shepherd on the Rainbow's End. Natural Foods scoreboard. Zahn with it, goes to Lyles. Lyles at the top, comes near side to Zahn. She's open for the three, drops it, and it rolls in. Daniela Zahn from downtown, and the Falcons take a 5-4 lead over Shepherd. Far side to Dietz. Dietz comes to the top to Franzel, swings it to Kern on the near side top. Kern holds. They want to get it into Murdoch. Man gun, and there's Zeiler. She gets up there and gets her hands on the pass to the player at the top, and it's out of bounds. It'll be inbound in front of the scorer's bench on the near side. Kinsey will have it. Comes to the near side to Dietz. Dietz surveys, near corner to Kinsey, back to Dietz near side. They get it to Franzel at the top, work it to Kern on the far side. Dietz on the baseline. Stensrud crashes, shot goes in anyways. And Shepherd takes the lead back, 6-5 with 3:20 left in the first quarter. Left to right, Zeiler brings it up court. Hands it off to Stensrud to the top, bounce pass to Lyles, comes near corner to Zahn. Zahn back to man gun underneath. Murdoch gets a hand on it and is taken away by Kinsey. Kinsey will put it up court right to left and runs into Zeiler. Zeiler will be called. So Zeiler will pick up her first foul, and Coach Zeiler with a lot of instruction from the sideline in the break there. Pass far side to Dietz. She'll shoot the long jumper off the glass, no good. Kern is there, but Lyles crashes, and Lyles is going to be called for the foul. So 3 team fouls with 2:53 left in the first quarter for the Falcons. Fed in, Lyles gets a hand on it, saves it back in, bounces around, man gun comes up with it. Zahn is on the run, but there's a hand on it by Franzel, and Kern will recover. She'll bring it up right to left from the other opposite end of the court. Goes to Dietz, Franzel at the top, swings it to Kinsey on the near side. They feed it in. Dietz is underneath there, and man gun is going to be called for the foul. Looked like she had ball there, but hey folks, I'm up here calling the game. I'm not down there with the whistle, so we'll let it be as it is. So Dietz will go to the line to shoot 2. Here's the shot. Drops in. Official says 1. Bounces it back to Dietz. Sets her right foot at the line. Here's the shot. Off the back of the rim, bounces. Murdoch is there for the rebound, fights through it, hands up, can't get it to go out of bounds, and it's going to go off of the Fillies, and Florence will have the ball. Oh, they're going to call a push on Frenzel. So Zahn with the inbound gives it back to Zeiler. Zeiler will bring it up court, left to right. Gives it off and a handoff to Stensrud at the top, hands it to Lyles. Lyles comes to Zahn on the near side. Zahn dribbles out of the near side to the top, swings it to Zeiler. Zeiler will hand it off to Zahn, now in the hands of Mangun. Comes to Zahn. She had the open three. She'll dribble in. High percentage shot. Nope, goes to the free throw line to Mangun, and Dietz will reach in on her. And Mangun will go to the line, the first opportunity of the morning. And Franzel will pick up her second. 2:06 left in the first quarter. 7-5, Shepherd. Florence has the opportunity with Mangun's free throws to tie it up. First one in the air, off the back of the rim, no good. She'll set. Now the shot. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Kern. Murdoch was there as well. Here comes Kinsey up court, right to left. Goes to the far corner to Dietz. Crashed on very quickly underneath. And Murdoch gets it off the glass. Makes it 9-5 Shepherd with 1:53 left in the first. Zahn mishandles the dribble, tries to save it inbounds. It'll be picked up by Kern. Kern will go right to left. Racing up the court as Zeiler is in her face. Poked at by Zeiler, out of bounds into the stands. And it'll be Shepherd ball on the far sideline. 1:42 left in the first quarter, 9-5 Shepherd over Florence. Kinsey picks up her dribble at the top, comes to the near side, taken away by Lyles. Lyles has got Zahn. She'll bounce past to Zahn. Zahn can't handle it, and recovering on the far side. They feed it into Mangun. A hop, a skip, a jump. Ball rolls on the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lyles. She's underneath there, and there's the shot. Lyles gets it in, and it is 7-9 Shepherd with 1:15 left in the first. Fed into Murdoch, can't handle the pass. Lyles comes up with it. Zahn all by herself. She'll run up court. Franzel comes up from behind, lets her shoot, and Zahn gets it in. There's her first paint points of the game with 61 seconds left. It's tied at 9. Fed into Murdoch. Stensrud gets a hand on it. Lyles with hands up, high off the glass. Franzel with the rebound, and it'll rattle home. 50 seconds left. Shepherd leads 11-9. Coach Zeiler says slow down with 45 seconds. Zeiler slows down, hands the ball at the top. She'll dribble for a few moments, picks up her dribble, comes to Zahn in the near side. 35 seconds left. Cross court. Zeiler, high jump to Lyles is the pass, double teamed, gets it out to Zeiler, sets her feet, fakes the three, now to Zahn. 25 seconds left. Far side, Mangun. Dietz is there. She'll pick up her dribble. Into Stensrud, fakes left, goes right. Murdoch crashes down. 12 seconds left. Zahn with it now. She'll drive in. Gets Murdoch in the air. That's a pass, and Stensrud gets the points. Ties at 11 with 3 seconds left. And Coach Lepley says, let's take a timeout. We're going to go ahead and keep it here, folks. We've got more coverage today. Right now we have the Lady Falcons going on against Shepherd. Later on today, though, we'll have the Belt Boys taking on Florence roughly at 1 o'clock. Just depends on how things go throughout the day with these games. We were a little bit behind yesterday, had a couple of games really tight and ran. Right after that, we'll have the Loyola Breakers taking on Cutbank. Cutbank is who Florence beat yesterday morning. And then after that, the Shelby Boys will take on the Loyola Boys. So lots of action going on today here at the Shelby Coyote Classic Tournament, and we'll have the Florence and Loyola games for you. If you want to pick up the video coverage as we come in out of the timeout with 3.9 seconds left, here comes, and Zahn, nope, they're going to say that Kinsey traveled with 0.8 seconds left. So Zeiler will inbound from the far side. In, shot at the buzzer, does not count, and that's how the first quarter will end, tied at 11. We're going to step aside for 60 seconds during this break. Welcome back to the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of the Coyote Classic. Right now, the Florence Lady Falcons tied with the Shepherd Fillies at 11. Start of the second quarter here in Shelby. The Fillies will have the ball to start the second quarter. Going right to left are the Fillies. Inbound to Dietz. Dietz will bring it up on the far side. Dribbles down to the baseline. To the top to Kern. Fed into Murdoch, and Lyles will reach out, but she's going to be called for the reach in, and that'll be her second. Murdoch, you've got to really work her, and she's at 5'11". It's a lot of work to keep up with her height. She's also got a little bit of size to her, so she can work that paint and control it very easily. She'll get the inbound pass, shoot it on the baseline, and drop it in there. She had 6 points in the first quarter. Shepherd leads 13-11 on the Rainbow's End Natural Foods store. Stensrud has it now on the near side. She'll dribble, comes to Zahn in the near corner. Fed in, man gun off the glass. It bounces around and it'll drop in for her. Man gun is in the book with 2 points. 7:27 left in the opening half. Tied at 13. Shepherd and Florence. Dietz brings it up on the far side, right to left. She'll drive in. Zeiler's there. Comes to the near side. Swung to the top to Kinsey. Kinsey drives in. Zahn is there. Takes it away. She'll dribble up court. 2 blue jerseys, so she slows up. Now she'll drive in. Off the glass and the whistle. Daniela Zahn working her magic as she always does. Forcing the issue. And the foul will go against Kern. That's her second. And Zahn will slide the ball through the basket to make it 16-13. Florence with 7:04 left in the first half. The biggest lead of the game for either team. We get a whistle, and Coach Lepley says, let's take a timeout. And we'll keep it right here. Folks, if you're looking for a good natural food store, stop in and see our friends at Rainbow's End in Hamilton. They've got the little red building on the strip. Stop in there and check them out. They've got all of your natural foods needs, supplements, and everything to keep yourself healthy. Stop in and see our friends at Rainbow's End Natural Food Store. And when you do, tell them thank you for supporting high school sports throughout the Bitterroot Valley. Rainbow's End Natural Food Store, proud sponsor of the Florence Falcons in Shelby. Coming out of the timeout, 7 minutes left in the half. Florence leads 16-13. Shepherd will inbound on the far side. Kern to inbound. Kinsey will get it on the high pass. She'll bring it out to the top to reset the floor. Drives in, hands it off to Dietz on the screen. Dietz underneath to Murdoch off the glass. Great set play put together by Coach Lepley in the timeout. 16-15 Florence over Shepherd. 6:40 left in the first. Handoff. Zahn. Zahn drives in on the baseline underneath the basket. Finds man gun. Man gun can't get the ball to go in. Murdoch with the rebound. Ball brought up right to left by Kinsey. Dietz has it taken away by Stensrud. She'll drive up. Has Zeiler on the bounce pass. Off the glass and it goes in. And Zeiler extends the lead for the Falcons, 18-15 with 6:10 left in the first. Ball poked away again by Stensrud this time. Zeiler will drive up. Off the glass and it goes in. Fast break points for the Lady Falcons. Pushes them out to a 20-15 lead with 5:55 left in the first half. Kinsey gets it off to Dietz on the far side. Dietz drives in, picks up her dribble, gives it off, and now Kinsey will take the three. Off the rim, no good. Chased down by Zahn. Zahn will push it up the court on the near side. Finds Zeiler. Zeiler will stop, waits. Man gun drives the baseline. Shot up, and it rattles in. Man gun for 2. She's got 4 on the quarter, and it's 22-15 Falcons with 5:30 left in the first half. Kinsey brings it up right to left. Bounce pass to the far side to Dietz. Dietz feeds it into Kinsey. Baseline, nobody's there. Off the glass, no good. She'll get her own rebound. High this time, and it comes down to the hands of Zeiler. Zahn now. She'll push it up court very quickly. Off the glass, and it goes in. And the Falcons are taken off in the second quarter, 24-15 with 5:10 left, and Coach Lepley says, let's slow it down and take a timeout. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. Welcome back to the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of the Coyote Classic. Florence Lady Falcons taking on the Shepherd Fillies, and the Lady Falcons with their largest lead of the game, 24-15 over Shepherd. Tight game up until about the last 2 minutes, and off the fast break points, Florence has capitalized. Right to left, Kinsey brings it up court. Hands it off to Dietz on the near side. Dietz fakes the pass, and Murdoch's going to get bumped into Dietz. And Dietz is going to be called for Zeiler's going to be called for it. She was bounced into Dietz by Murdoch. Inbound to Franzel in the near corner. Bounce pass. Zeiler will take it away. Dietz is there. Zeiler controls the dribble, though. Stops. Picks up her dribble. Comes to the top to Lyle. Swings it to Zahn in the far corner. Shot up. Air ball. No good. That was actually Mumzic. Got that name figured out yesterday after the game. Mama Zeiler. Coach Zeiler's wife and one of the Booster Club members just happened to mention that's the correct pronunciation. Dietz with it on the far side. Mumzic gets the steal. Zahn comes up with it. Zahn brings it up on the far side, left to right, stops on the baseline, pivot, shot, and that was going to be blocked, but Zahn will get her own rebound, feeds it out. Man gun with the long jumper. Off the rim, no good. Lyles gets it out of Murdoch's hands, puts it back up high off the glass, and Lyles will get to the line. Murdoch with her first foul of the game. So Lyles to the line for the first time this morning to shoot two. First one goes in. Lyles 4 for 10 yesterday from the line against Cutbank. Here's the shot. That one will slide in. She'll go 2 for 2 this morning. Makes it 26-15. Florence with 4:08 left in the opening half. Kinsey will bring it up right to left, crosses the half circle, goes to the far side to Kern. She'll jack the three and drop it in there. Kern from downtown. She's 1 for 2 on the day. Didn't shoot any yesterday. Zahn with it at the top, takes her time. 3:45 left in the first. 26-18, Florence over Shepherd on the Rainbow's End Natural Food Store scoreboard. Zeiler with it on the far side. She'll dribble to the top, swings it to Mumzic. Mumzic holds it at the top, now goes to Zahn at the top, far side. Zahn dribbles around. Gets a screen by Mumzic, drives to the far side. Franzel comes out, she'll set her feet, three-point shot, she'll rattle it home. Daniela Zahn, 2 for 2 from beyond the arc, and extends the lead back out, 29-18 with 3:08 left in the first half. Kinsey now with the handoff. Gives it off to Murdoch at the free throw line. Near side, Dietz. Dietz feeds it in. Shot blocked by Mumzic. Lyles comes down with it. Lyles will push. They have numbers. Comes to the near side. Dietz will steal the pass. It's fed up and we get a whistle. Zeiler will pick up her third foul. She was just giving her a high five after that good pass. And that'll put Dietz at the line as there's 17 fouls. First one. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Mangun. Dietz 1 for 3 from the charity stripe. 2:40 left in the first half, I should say. 29-18. Florence bounce pass to Lyles on the baseline. Shot will rattle on the rim and drop in for Lyles, and it's 31-18. 2:25 left in the first. Kinsey will drive into the free throw line, spins, pivots, shot up. Zahn got a hand on it. I don't know if that affected the shot or not. They say no because it's going to go to Florence. Nope. The official on the far side says nope, it's going to stay with Shepard. So Dietz will inbound underneath her own basket on the near side. Kern sets her feet on the inbound pass. Three-point shot off the rim, no good. Poked out of bounds, and this one will go to Florence. So Zeiler will inbound. 2:14 left in the first half. 31-18 Florence. Zahn looks to the bench. Zeiler with the command. Zahn with the hand signal. Mumsic with the screen. Drives into the near side. Murdoch will put the pass right back into the hands of Zahn. She'll pass it to Mangun at the free throw line. Shot no good. Rebounded by Franzel. Pushed up court by Kinsey. Right to left. Stops halfway between the top. Fed into Kinsey now. Toes on the line underneath the baseline, and they say she double dribbled. Franzel will sub out, and that'll bring in 44. Don't have her on my sheet. For Shepard. Wenz, that's who it is. Off the JV squad, getting to play some time. Zahn will put the two-point shot in. She's got 6 on the quarter, and it's 34-18 Florence with 1:23 left in the half. Kern with it at the top. She'll dribble. Comes to the near side. Zeiler playing some good defense. And we got 3 seconds in the key on Shepard. And Kern comes in. Mumsic inbound to Zahn. Zahn left to right. 65 seconds left in the first half. Pass to the near side, Lyles. Mumsic to Zahn. Zahn sets her feet. Three-point shot up. Bounces off the rim, no good. Rebound by Kern. Kern will push it up right to left, crosses in the half circle, comes near side to Dietz, 46 seconds left. Dietz crosses over, Lyles is there to pick her up. Murdoch on the give and go, and she'll get it to go in. She's got 6 on the quarter. It's 34-20, 33 seconds left in the first half. Zahn's going to take her time. Zeiler, Coach Zeiler, I should say, with instructions as Zahn comes up the court. She'll stand at the top. Kinsey in her face. 20 seconds. Kinsey swipes at it. Zahn. And now we get a timeout by Coach Zeiler of Florence. 16.9 left in the first half. Florence leads 34-20. Shepard yesterday, they would fall to the Loyola Breakers 63-48, and that was a pretty close game through most of it. And then Florence would open up yesterday against Cut Bank, and they would get the easy win 62-41, and that one was all Florence right out of the gate. Next game up is the Florence boys. We'll have coverage of that game. Folks, if you're wanting to see the video feed of it, well, our friends here at the Shelby High School with their video media class, they've got the live video stream. I'm plugged into it, so you'll still get the audio stream. But you can watch that. Just go to the Shelby High School website. On the homepage, they've got this really cool inbound, and it's taken away by Murdoch. 12 seconds left, pushed up by Kern, right to left. Fed into Murdoch on the give and go. She'll get it off the glass. She's got 8 on the quarter. With 5 seconds left, it's 34-22. Zahn left to right very quickly. Crosses over goes far side, and that is how the first half is going to expire. The Florence Falcons lead 34-22 over the Shepherd Fillies. We're going to step aside for 3 minutes. When we come back, we'll have a little info on the action right after this 3-minute timeout. Welcome back to the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of the Coyote Classic in beautiful Shelby, Montana. I'll tell you what, folks, it was really beautiful this morning. Had a little earlier start this morning because of the earlier start to this game. And stayed in Great Falls once again, and on my way up here, just watching the sunrise, just feel so lucky and so blessed to live in this community, live in this state, and it's just so gorgeous. Just watching the sunset to my right, or the sunrise to my right, and the Rocky Mountains poking up to the left of me as I was heading north up here, and just feel so lucky. It's a beautiful place up here in the grasslands. You can see for miles, and I literally mean that. I mean, I came over the hill, and it said 23 miles to Shelby, and they've got a correctional facility here in Shelby, and you can, up on the hill by the water tower, and you can actually see the lights of that from a long way off. So I kind of had to chuckle at myself at that fact. But just a gorgeous place, the grasslands. I just love being here, being part of this community with the basketball, high school basketball, and just being able to take part in what we have here in our glorious state, the Treasure State. And I believe they call it the Treasure State because of all of the natural treasures we have, and it's just so wonderful. We're at half here. Florence Falcons lead 34-22 over Shepherd. Florence putting up 11 points in the first quarter, 13 in the second, and holding Shepherd to 11 points apiece in the first 2 quarters. Looking at stats here, Zeiler's got 3 fouls. Mangun and Lyles have 2 fouls apiece. And Zahn leading the way, 2 for 3 from downtown. 15 points total for Zahn for the Falcons. Looking at Shelby, they have their scoring leader, Murdoch. She has 14 points in the first half of those 22 points. Kern getting 1 for 3 from downtown. But your scoring leader once again is Murdoch, and she is just a terror. She controls that paint. That's a lot of force to deal with down there. And we saw it against Loyola on Friday night, or Tuesday night, when they took on Corvallis. Corvallis has a young lady by the name of Evans who is 6'3", and there's just not much you can really do. Florence doing a good job, though. Mangun, Lyles, and Mangun and Lyles, for the most part, doing a good job trying to contain Murdoch underneath the basket in the paint as the girls come out on the floor. 2:30 left in the halftime here. But, you know, when you have that height, the only thing that you can really do is just set your feet, stand tall, get your hands up, and just wait for the action, because you try to swipe, that's what they want you to do. Get her to the free throw line. She shoots well from the free throw line. She's 0 for 1 today is Murdoch. But yesterday against Cutbank, she would go 8 for 11 from the free throw line. She was 5 for 6 in the second half, 3 for 4 in the first half. And that's really when Shepherd got away from, or that's really what Shepherd did against Loyola. You know, she had 8 points in the first 2 quarters, but was really shut down. And Florence kind of doing the same thing and just working the defense on perimeter and keeping her silent in the paint. And that's what Florence just needs to keep doing. They just got to keep working that perimeter game, playing the zone that they've been playing, just tight 2-3 zone, not letting anybody loose, and forcing high percentage shots from the outside. So Florence has got to defensively just have to do what they keep doing against Shepherd. Now, as far as offensively, you know, Zahn, she's a terror. Fast break points are what's really got Loyola or Florence going here, especially in that second quarter when they ran away. 3 possessions, takeaways, running down the court. So Florence doing a good job offensively. Shepherd, defensively, they have got to just get their hands up and be very active with their hands. Coach Ferreter at Big Sky, he always likens his defensive players to boxers. Very active hands, feet very active, and just making sure that you're going, that you're just right there and in the face. And I believe that as well. You got to have those active hands. I was talking to a coach yesterday. So you don't have to be, and the coach says you don't have to be the most athletic person to be a good defensive player. You just have to stand your ground and play your game. So Shepherd's just got to do that. And then offensively, they've got to figure a way to get Murdoch involved and Franzel involved as well. I believe that since Florence doubles up on Murdoch when she has possession as we start the second half here, Florence will have possession right to left as they move up the court. Zahn has it. Florence wearing their white home jerseys with the maroon stripe down the side, maroon name and number with a silver outline. Zahn has it in the near corner. She'll jack up the 3 off the back of the rim. Mangun with the rebound. Mangun off the glass, and it'll rattle home, and she'll get the Falcons on the board to start the second half. Makes it 36-22 with 7:30. Shepherd left to right on your screen. Kinsey gets it in. Zahn with her hands on it, and Mangun will recover. Stensrud brings it up right to left, comes near side to Zeiler. Zeiler fed into Zahn. Zahn spins, 4 blue jerseys. It's poked at, and Kern will take it away. No whistle. Ball brought up court, left to right by Shepard now. They're wearing their royal blue jerseys. They've got a gold stripe down the side of their pants, white name and number. Fed in, poked away. Murdoch will recover. Dietz thought about the three. Now she'll feed it in, and her and Kenzie not on the same page as it goes out of bounds. 6:58 left in the third. Florence leads 36-22 on the Rainbow's End Natural Foods scoreboard. Zahn right to left. Gets a screen by Zeiler, comes into the near side. Kenzie gets around it. Franzel now comes to the top to Zeiler. Zahn met by Dietz. 2-3 zone now by Shepard. Gets a screen, does Zeiler. Into the far side. Thought about the three, now comes to Zahn at the top. Just going to probably see a lot of ball movement here for the rest of the game as long as Florence maintains this lead. Zahn with the spin, comes to the near side. Man gun, fakes a shot on the baseline. Shot up, no good. Bounces around, and Kenzie will come down with a rebound. Man gun, Wolf in her side, and now she'll run by. Kenzie left to right, comes to Dietz on the near side. Dietz will dribble across the top, swings it to Franzel, to Kern on the far side. Kern will get it to Dietz in the far corner. Dietz surveys the court. She can dribble, and now she does. Zeiler right there in her face. Pass to Kern on the far side. Kenzie, I apologize, to Murdoch at the top. Now in the hands of Kern on the near side. Gets a screen from Murdoch, picks up her dribble, goes to Franzel at the free throw line. She'll turn, shoot, and rattles one in. Franzel with two, and it's 36-24. Lady Falcons with 5:35 left in the third quarter. First quarter of the second half. Zahn, far side, comes to Zeiler at the top. Fed into Lyles at the free throw line. Murdoch crashes. He steps back, takes a shot off the rim, no good. Franzel gets it out to Kern on the first side. Kern brings it up. Kenzie now left to right. Shepard brings it up to Dietz on the near side. Into Kenzie on the give and go. She'll pick up her dribble at the baseline. Now to Franzel at the free throw line. Same shot. Can't go. Murdoch with the rebound. She'll turn, shoot. Kenzie with it now, and she'll get to go back in, and it's 36-26. Shepard as they begin to mount a comeback. Zahn drives in off the glass, doesn't get a whistle. She's on the floor, smiles, and now she'll run. Coach Zeiler not happy with the no call. Dietz now near side, dribbles across, free throw line. Shot off the glass, no good. Franzel with the rebound, pivots across, hands up. Nice job by Mangun, but Murdoch with the rebound, puts it back, and it goes in. And Coach Zeiler says, I want a timeout. 30-second timeout, and he says, get over here. The Shepard Fillies starting to get a comeback here. Coach Zeiler wanting to keep the lead, so he's going to bring the girls together, get them a little motivated here. Loyola Breakers are in the house. Across the way here, it looks like the JV squad is getting ready to head out. Varsity players still on the bench. And they're playing well this year. First year Coach Walker, 2-0. Coming out of the timeout now, 4:32 left in the third quarter. Florence 36, Shepard 28. Zeiler will inbound to Zahn underneath the Phillies basket, right to left now, up the court. Zahn met by Kenzie, hands it off to Stensrud, who comes to Mangun, back to Stensrud, fed into Lyle. She can't handle the pass, and Dietz will come up with it. Dietz, left to right on the near side, comes into the near side corner. Kenzie now picks up her dribble to Franzel at the top. Franzel with the screen, give and go, but Mangun with the hands. Dietz poking at it. Mangun gives it back to Zeiler. 4:02 left in the third. Zahn sets her feet. Three-point shot off the rim, no good. And this one's going to go against Florence. Lyles picks up the foul. That'll be 3 for her, so 3 for her and Zeiler. And Shepard gets it back with 3:55 left in the third. 36-28 Florence. Kenzie brings it up left to right, crosses in the half circle. Dietz on the give and go, off the glass, and it goes in. Here comes Shepard. 36-30, 3:42. Zeiler with it at the top now. Hands it off to Stensrud. to Mangun. Mangun fakes left, now comes right, gives it off to Stensrud. Mangun on the give and go. Franzo crashes. They find Lyles on the near baseline, poking at it as Dietz. Lyles will go in and she'll draw the foul. That one will go on Franzel. That'll be her third. And Lyles will go to the line. She was 2 for 2 in the first half. First one comes home. Lyles yesterday 3 for 10 at the free throw, 4 for 10 at the free throw line. Can't read my own writing. Second one will rattle in. So Lyles 4 for 4 today, makes it 38-30. The first points that the Breakers have scored in the last 3 minutes. Here's the ball at the top to Kinsey, far side to Kern. She'll jack up the three, off the back of the rim. Zeiler with the rebound. Zeiler will bring it up court. Waits for traffic, now gives it to Zahn on the near side. 3:04 left in the third. Franzel and Mangun tie up, but Mangun comes up with the ball. Mangun will get it on the give. Kern with her hand in on it, and it will go out of bounds in favor of Shepard. 2:55 left in the third. Shepard trying to mount a comeback here. 38-30, Florence. Florence sets up in their 2-3 zone. Zahn and Zeller crash on Kinsey. She gets it to Kern on the far side. Beckon to Kinsey in the far corner. Fed in, and Stensrud gets a hand on the pass to Murdoch. Zeiler will push. Gives it off to Mangun. She'll drive in. Shot off the glass through traffic. And the Lady Falcons flexing their muscles, saying, this is why we're one of the top teams in Class B basketball. Franzel off the glass, no good. Stensrud with the rebound. She'll get it up to Zahn. Zahn with numbers, goes underneath to Lyles. Lyles off the glass, and one. So Lyles going to the line to go for the old school three-point play. That shot will go in, and Lyles is 5 for 5 and extends the lead 43-30 with 2:15 left in the third. Kinsey brings it up left to right, comes near side to Dietz. Dietz to Kinsey in the corner, trying to feed it into Murdoch. Hands on it again is Mangun. Zeiler pushes up. Zeiler's got numbers, backs off, waits for traffic now. Far side comes to Zahn at the top. 2 minutes left in the third. She'll come to the near side, hands it off to Stensrud. Lyles with the bounce pass. Now Zeiler in the far corner to Lyles on the give and go. She'll go in, whistle, and they're going to say she traveled. Coach Zeiler not happy with the call. Shepard will inbound. And Kinsey will bring it up left to right with 1:48 left by Stensrud. Stensrud will push. She's got Zahn. Zahn's only got Franzel in front of her. She'll stop on the baseline, waits for traffic, and throws it in the hands of Franzel. Franzel, though, tosses it back to Zahn. Goes to Zeiler at the top. Stands in the half circle. 1:22 left in the third. Bounce pass to Mangun. Mangun to Lyles on the baseline. She'll drive the baseline, finds Zahn on the near baseline corner, drives in, fed into Stensrud, and they're going to say Stensrud traveled. And she comes up gimping on her right foot. Running down the court now. Looks like she might be all right. Kinsey now left to right. Goes far side, and Shellhammer is in. Poked away by Zahn. Zahn will push up. She's got numbers. Shot off the glass, no good. Zeiler is there, and this one's going to go against Zeiler over the back. She's got 4. And Zeiler will have a seat. That'll bring in Mumzic. 54 seconds left in the third quarter. Florence leads 43-30 on the Rainbow's End Natural Food Store scoreboard. Dietz with it on the near side. Dietz dribbles, spins, shot underneath, and it's taken away by Lyles. Lyles will push it up. Zahn on the far side now. Back to Lyles on the give and go. She'll go in and draw the foul. This one will go against Dietz. Her first of the game. And Lyles will go back to the line. Official says 1. Bounces it in. Lyles drains it. Official says 1. Bounces it back in. Here's the shot. Off the front of the rim. Zahn is there for the recovery. Underneath the basket. Off the glass. Won't go. Mangun is there. Striking at it is Murdoch, but she can't get a hand on it. And Mangun gets 2 more to make it 6 on the quarter for her, and it's 46-30 with 23 seconds left. Shellhammer hands it off to Kinsey. Stensrud gets a hand on it. Out of bounds, and it will go to Florence. Kinsey caught looking. Lepley says, no, that was blue ball, and officials, all 3 of them at the same time, say no, white ball. So now it'll be brought up court. Mumsich will control at the top. Mumsich hands it off to Zahn. Zahn to Lyles at the top. Stensrud's all by herself in the far corner. She's calling for it. Now Lyles on the give and go. Murdoch with her hands up. Lyles spins, and Kinsey will come in and foul her at the end. That'll be her first. And Lyles will go to the line to shoot 2. 4 team fouls for Shepherd, 2 for Florence. Here's the first shot by Lyles. And I don't even think that hit net, folks. That one dropped straight through. 3.1 left in the third. Here's the shot, and that one will rattle home. 48-30. Florence, 3 seconds left. Inbound. Kinsey picks it up. Dietz, she'll shoot from half court and drains it. They say it's good. Dietz gets the buzzer beater. And we go to the fourth quarter. 48-33. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. Welcome back to the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of the Coyote Classic in Shelby, Montana. Very beautiful Shelby, Montana. I love my state, I love my home, and I'll stand on a soapbox and preach about it if you let me. Start of the fourth quarter. Florence leads Shepherd, the ladies, 48-33. Shepherd will have the inbound going left to right. They'll inbound at half court on the far side. Kern will inbound to Dietz. Florence will back off and let him bring it. Dietz brings it up. Comes to the near side to Kinsey. Kinsey to the top to Franzel. Franzel to Kern. She'll jack the 3. Off the rim, no good. Franzel will get her own rebound underneath the Kinsey. Rolls around. Stensrud with the hand on it, and it will stay with blue. So Kern 1 for 5. From beyond the arc. Lyles will come in, will have a seat, and that'll bring in Horner. Dietz with the inbound. Franzel shoots it as soon as she gets it. Didn't set her feet, so it bounces out. Stensrud comes up with the rebound. Stensrud will bring it up right to left now. Far side to Zahn. Zahn surveys, stands on the Coyote at half court, now dribbles to the top, just outside the half circle. Mumsich to Mangun in the near side corner. Corner goes down to the floor, gets up, no whistle. Stensrud with the ball at the top now. Goes to Zahn now. Zahn will dribble to the half circle. Kinsey now to Stensrud on the far side as Kinsey comes out to meet Zahn. Mumsich comes to Zahn on the near side. Zahn will dribble to the top. Now Stensrud. Stensrud hands it off to Mangun. Gonna play a little catch here, folks. 48-33 lead. No use bruising the ego too much. We'll just play catch. 7 minutes left, 6:55, the clock ticks. Mangun at the top. Kinsey there swiping away. Zahn now with it. Zahn backs off. Comes to Stensrud. They'll play catch back and forth at the top. Hands it off to Mangun. Mangun backs into the near top corner. Picks up her dribble. Now Zahn. 6:39. Mumsich. Kinsey tries to poke at it. Mumsich will bring it up. Now Mangun with it at the Coyote at half court on the far side. Zahn. Kinsey there playing tight D. Zahn spins. Has to recover and passes it to Stensrud. Finds Mumsich. Mumsich hands it off to Zahn. 6:19 left. They're just going to play catch here and let the clock wind down. Kinsey meets Zahn. Zahn just dribbles, drives to the far side top, gets a screen by Mangun, drives in on Murdoch, finds Stensrud. Stensrud fakes the shot from the free throw line and backs off. Mumsich now. Hands it off to Zahn. 5:55 left in the game. Mangun spins, drives in, comes to the near side. Mumsich fakes the shot to Stensrud on the far side, hands it off to Zahn. Zahn stands on the Coyote at half court at the far side. 5:40 left in the third. Clock continues to tick. 48-33. Now the shot by Zahn. Three-pointer, and she drains it. From downtown, makes it 51-33 with 5:27 left in the game. Kinsey brings it up court, goes far side to Dietz. Dietz to Kinsey, baseline, far side, shot no good, rebound by Mangun. Mangun will push now, 5:15 left in the game. Hands it to Zahn. Zahn walks across half court in the circle. Mumsich. Mumsich surveys, backs off, goes to Mangun. Mangun wants a screen, does Zahn from Mangun. She'll drive in, give and go, spins around Murdoch, runs into Mangun on the far baseline and comes back out to the top. 4:48 left in the game. 51-33, Lady Falcons. Mangun, bounce pass to Zahn on the far baseline. Zahn comes back out to the top to Stensrud. Stensrud to Mumsich. Mumsich will dribble across the top. 2-3 zone by the Shepherd Fillies. Stensrud will drive on the near baseline, out to Mumsich, to Zahn at the top. 4:23 left. Screen by Stensrud. Zahn gets around it, drives in, fakes the shot underneath the Mangun. Murdoch crashes, gets it out to Mumsich at the top. Stensrud, she'll stop, pops the three, off the rim, bounces around, and no good, and rebounded by Franzel. Gets it out to Kinsey. Kinsey, underneath, back out to Dietz. Dietz with the long jumper, off the rim, no good. Underneath to Kinsey, shot no good. She'll get her own rebound. Spins, pivots, bounces off the rim, and it'll go in. 3:40 left, 51-35, Lady Falcons. We'll have the boys up in a little bit. I'll jump back and take a look at the schedule, so I'll give the exact, well, not the exact time, just depends on how the games go, but a rough estimate. Zahn drives in, we get a whistle. So the boys will play Belt at 1 o'clock. So the whistle called on Kern, that is her fourth. We get a whistle, and Zeiler comes in. And Coach Lepley says, let's take a timeout. We'll be stepping aside for 60 seconds. Welcome back to the Missoula Prep Sports Network's coverage of the Coyote Classic in Shelby, Montana. Opening game of day 2, Florence Falcons, Lady Falcons, and Shepherd Fillies And it is 51-35. Florence owning the Rainbow's End Natural Foods grocery store scoreboard with 3:23 left in the game. Florence will have the ball on the inbound. Zeiler having some fun, dancing before the inbound. Now the whistle to start the game. Zahn with it on the Coyote. Backs off. The last two possessions have been a pitch and catch game for the Falcons with the lead. Mangun now backs off. Shepard starting to put some pressure on and not letting Florence pass it around as they're bringing players out. Zahn with it at the top. Comes to Zeiler on the near side. Zeiler goes to Mumsic. Mumsic far side to Mangun. Mangun with the drive. Zahn far side gets a screen. Baseline near side comes out to the top. Mumsic. Mumsic to Zeiler at the top. 2:40 left in the game. Florence leads 51-35. Zahn backs off to the near top corner. Gets a screen now as she comes in. Mangun on the give and go. Mangun will go underneath. Franzel with her hands up. Good defense by Franzel. Kinsey with the rebound. Dietz will bring it up now left to right. Gives it off to Kinsey. Kinsey crosses half court on the near side. Dribbles. Hands it off to Dietz. 2:15 left in the game. Franzel swings it. Kern, three-point shooter. She'll have it off the rim. Zeiler and Mumsic comes up with it. Zahn all by herself. She'll drive in, kiss off the glass, and it goes in. That'll be Zahn's first points in the paint of the second half. She'll play up a little D and backs off. Kinsey with it now. 1:53 left in the game. 53-35, Florence. Top to Franzel. Swings it. Dietz to Kern on the far side. Gives it off to Kinsey. Crashing is Stensrud. Drives the baseline, but backs off. Franzel at the top. Swings it to Kern. Finds Dietz. Far side. Bounce pass into Murdoch, but it's poked away by Stensrud, and Zahn will recover. 90 seconds left. 53-35. Lady Falcons. Zahn goes to Zeiler. Zeiler to Mumsic at the top. Now backs off to Mangun. Zahn with it. She'll get the screen by Zeiler, and it's going to be a moving screen, and that's going to be it for Zeiler. She stepped in with the shoulder, so Zeiler will on the screen, as that's what the ref is saying. So with 1:09 left in the game, Zeiler will be done for the tournament. Kearns, Dietz, far side, 61 seconds left. Shot, long two, off the rim, no good. Zahn comes up with a rebound. She'll race right to left on the near side, crosses half court now. Stops at the top. Dribbles across, poked away by Kinsey. Zahn will recover. Official says it was touched. Evans steps up for Florence now. Picks up her dribble, goes to Mumsic. Mumsic to Zahn at the top. 33 seconds. Clock ticks away to finish out the game. We get a whistle as Kinsey will foul Zahn, and that'll be her second. 6 team fouls for Shepard. It'll be inbound in front of the scorer's table in front of us. Mumsic will inbound to Zahn. 30 seconds on the clock now. Kinsey ties her up, and that will be a foul on Kinsey. That'll be her third. And that will send the lethal. Nope, it's going to be inbound. That's the 7th foul. So yes, that will put the very lethal Daniela Zahn at the free throw line. Official asks Evans to step back behind the line. Yesterday we had quite a few lane violations. Here's the shot. And Zahn will drop the first of the 1-and-1. .5 left in the game. Zahn shot, rattles in. She'll make it a 20-point game, 55-35. Clock continues to run, begins to run now. Dietz with it at the top. Comes near side. And the shot goes in. Murdoch, her first points since the third quarter. Zahn near side. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds. Sten's mine gun tied up, and that's the game, folks. The Lady Falcons will get the win. 55-37. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. We want to thank Rainbow's End Natural Foods for sponsoring the coverage of Florence Falcons basketball this weekend. We appreciate their support. And most importantly, the young men and women on the court, they appreciate the support that Rainbow's End Natural Foods gives to all of the Bitterroot Valley teams. We'll be back after a while with the Florence Falcons.